Hey, good morning, ChatGPT. I'm going to do this quick thing for you, Darren. I wanted to find out what was really happening. One of the things that you did is you said you put on all that information. So I want to see if that's going to be a problem. I tried to do it and it gave me an error, right? So more than likely, that's one of the issues, but I want to see what else is the issue. So I went back and I started a new chat in ChatGPT 4, not 4.0, because what I found is that if you start at a lower one, you can actually ask it some things that won't cost you so much of tokens. And then that way you kind of get it down to a certain point, and then you put it into 4.0, which is faster and smarter, and it'll do a little bit more. So let's see if we can get some better results. I'm going to share my screen right quick, just so you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully that could make a difference for you. Okay, so and I'm going to move this little bar out the way. Should be okay. All right, so that's something else I'm working on. All right, so I'm over here. Let me move the bar and hide the floating bar. Okay, so I'm at ChatGPT here, so let me stop sharing real quick and then share again to make sure you got the right stuff on the screen. Okay, so I started. Good morning. I have a huge task to create some type of order with a list of quotes for leadership. I really don't know where to begin. My goal is to have them organized into sections that allows me to easily reference them for different occasions. Can you please analyze the quotes and tell me what you need from me by asking me questions one by one to create a table to organize these quotes into categories? Sure, good morning. Organizing a collection of leadership quotes into a structured format sounds like a valuable resource. I'll help you set this up efficiently. Here's what we can do to start, right? Here's how we can start. First of all, quote categories. So it's asking you to give it some quote categories, right? Common categories might include vision, communication, innovation, teamwork, resilience, inspiration, and the big one for John Maxwell is influence. So do these categories resonate with you? Yes or no, blah, 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 right? Quote details for each quote. It'd be helpful to know who said it, which we have that information, and any context or background, which we don't, should be included, right? And then you mentioned wanting to reference these quotes for different occasions. Specify the type of occasions. This could be training sessions, presentations, newsletters, and in this case, maybe social media posts, right? And then quote length. Do you have a preference, which you don't? Additionally, do you need to categorize them in a tone, which you do? So you got to give it that information. It's going to take my tone because that's already programmed in, because I've already trained it on my tone. And I use it for business and I use it for professional business, and I do a soft business, right? So I don't really do too much that's informal. It's mostly formal, motivational, inspirational, that type of thing. So we'll say inspirational, motivational, and warm to the average user, right? And then how do you plan to access these quotes? Would you like this table to be in a particular format, such as a Word document, spreadsheet, something else? We'll do a Word document because you can transform that into anything. So the first thing we're going to do is say, hey, I need some categories for that. So I don't have categories. And you take a few quotes and suggest 6 to get started, to get us started. All right, he said, okay, let's brainstorm. Here's a few things for leadership. So it's going to give me those topics, right? I asked for 6, and I'm going to add the 7. All right, so it says each of these categories can be broad leadership qualities, which most of them are broad, right? Used for all these different things, but adjust them according to your specific needs. So I'm going to say, let's use them and add 2 more. Please add resilience and influence. Thanks. So it's remembering what it said. It's like, okay, cool, no problem, good choices. And we can separate those categories. And it even showed a maximum quote. All right, setup should cover a wide range of topics. If you're ready, you can start sending the quotes if you have them, right? Any modifications or additions, just let me know. Okay, great. How many quotes can I give you at one time? Do I need to give them to you in small increments, or to what average word? Yeah. You can provide in whatever increments you want for best for you. You can smaller batch, right? 5 to 10 quotes at a time. This way we can ensure the quote is accurately categories without getting overlooked on a long list. Okay, that's what the problem to me is. Giving it too much information at one time, plus not qualifying the information you want for it to give you back. Remember, this is an assistant. If you just said blah, 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 they're going to just try and they're going to be kind of confused. You want to reduce the friction of confusion by giving it a little bit more information and sharing with it exactly, you know, like what it wants you to give it, because it knows how it works, right? And so it's saying, hey, no problem. Just let me know if you like a shortened or included in a full, right? So it's saying if quotes are particularly long, more than a few sentences, how do you want those, you know, engaged, right? And so we could tell it, we want to use the category, you're going to use the quotes as they are. We will use the quotes as they are. So let me go ahead and give you about 100. Okay, sounds great. Let's go. If it's easier, you can also send them in batches of 10 and 20 to make sure each quote is carefully considered. We already know you got quite a bit, right? And it's okay. I went to a Word document on that, right? To make it easier. And so I'm going to start out with what he said, 20. I'm just going to eyeball it. About 1 page, 2 pages. Okay, copy them. So I'm going to put right here, I'm going to highlight I want to go back. Where is that? Oh, shoot. All right, I want to highlight. I picked the wrong thing. Oops, not that. So 1 page, I'm going to do 2 pages, 3 pages at a time, right here. I'm going to highlight this so I know where I stop, okay? It's real good practice. So that I put my cursor where I need to start at. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to post or paste. We already asked it what to do. It knows exactly. He says, okay, thank you very much. Let's begin. And so it's looking at what you currently have and it's creating it. So I'm not going to do the whole thing for you. I'm just kind of getting you started so you can see, some of the ways in which how this really is a benefit to you and those that you know. Imagine if you just taught people how to do this stuff with all the books that they have. I mean, I got books that I haven't even read yet that are on the category. So, okay. So the initial category gives us a good start. We can continue sorting as we look at the quotes, which is what we wanted to do, right? It's going to reconnect. It's going to reconfigure. It's going to think about that and go, wait a minute, is this more influence? Is this more resilience? Blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm going to do 2 more pages, right? I'm going to say great. And I'm always talking to it in positive. Thanks so much. Right? Here's a few more. Right? And then I'm going to go back to my document. And I started here. Right? And I said I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 pages. Now it did those pages pretty quick, so I'm going to go 4 pages. I'm just going to add 1 more page to it. And that's just me noticing what it's done, right? Highlight and put my cursor and then go back and paste and say, boom, go. Now notice I did not put it in a sheet or formatted sheet or anything yet. We're going to give it this. Then we're going to say, hey, let's create a table for this. So it'll be easy for me to, review and use, etc. Okay. Or you can put it in an Excel spreadsheet. That might be even better. I don't do Excel very well, so I use Word doc. So that's what I'm going to do. But now I'm going to say, this is great. This is great. I think you and I are working together well. I appreciate you. Can you place this information and the future information into a table that can be downloaded as a Word document? If so, let's make that small change. I already know it can, but I'm just going to say, hey, right? Oh, yeah, I'm glad you find it helpful. I can definitely organize these quotes into a table format. I'll get this organized and generate document for you. Please hold for a minute. There you go, right? So now it's going to reassess everything, reformat it, and put it in a table for you. I noticed that in your message, you said you didn't need numbers and stuff like that. So that's okay, because you'll be able to go innovate. Just pull one, pop it wherever you need it. Or if you're writing a book, you'll be able to use it to quote, and then you write your book, you write your pages, and then you add it in as you can. So now you have a downloadable quote categorized, okay? So I think that's what you were looking to do. I'm going to stop sharing right here. And hopefully that really gets you to where you want to be. And I'm excited about what you're doing. So, show your results. Always show your results, because that's the thing that makes people excited. Because, you could tell people about things all the time. I didn't know my hair was sticking up. But, showing what you can do is always going to be the best thing. All right. So hopefully this helps you. If you run into a snag or a problem, just get back to me and let me know, and I'll pick it up from where you are. But you can see what I've done. All you got to do is repeat it and then go through the process. And that's where you learn it better for yourself. And it's always best to, you know, experientially do whatever the teacher is showing you so that it sinks in. That's how you make it stick. Okay. So hopefully that's helpful to you. That's what I would do. And as you can see, you got it categorized, you got it set up. So now all it's going to do is take all the quotes and put them in each section. And so when you get done, you're going to have this full document of quoted information categorized and ready for you. All right. And you notice I only did a couple of pages at a time instead of trying to do all this stuff. That's one of the major issues that people have. And then when they don't get the results, that's where you come in, right? Because you're going to come in with the knowledge on how to talk to that assistant tool the right way. It's a tool, but it's a very smart, fast, effective, efficient assistant. And it can do stuff quicker than we can, and in some cases better than we can. So we just have to really remember that as we're using it so that we don't, you know, piss it off, just like we would a person. If you just say, here, do this, they'll be like, do what? You know, so you want to make sure you take your time to do that. I had somebody that's like, oh, I have done that before. And I say, okay, did you do it in this method or you did it the other method? And when they saw my method, they were like, wow, you took all that time. I said, yeah, because you take all this time right now, you're training it on what you're going to do in the future. And that's going to really help you as you move forward. Okay. All right. Hey, Darren, hope you had a great day. Say peace, take care, and we'll see you on the next page, next post, next YouTube video, next, I guess, inside the group. All right. Take care. See you.